What's up? So please don't be misled by the thumbnail of this video. The secret of the bunker has not yet been revealed. But what I plan to do in this video is show you enough evidence that basically, if you watch till the end, you can walk away with knowing about a 95% chance of what is actually going to happen to the bunker. I have been scouring the internet far and wide, and I've come up with enough different points of evidence that I think I've got a pretty good handle on what is actually going to happen related to this bunker of Wailing Woods. Yeah, you remember that bunker in Wailing Woods that was added all the way back in season 3 and nothing happened to it? People were claiming,
oh, something big is gonna come out of this at the end of the season, okay? It's coming any week now.
And then nothing happened. And then season 4 rolled around and everyone was saying it's related to the superheroes. There's a good guy base and a bad guy base, and one of their basements has gotta be related or even maybe connect to that bunker in Wailing Woods. And then season 4 ends and nothing happens again. And now we are at the end of season 5 and still nothing has happened with the bunker. And so today what I'm coming at you guys with is 5 theories where I believe that at least one of them has to be correct on what is actually the deal with the Wailing Woods bunker. So while the mystery hasn't been solved yet, again, I promise that if you watch through the end of this video, you can walk away knowing 95% sure what is going to happen to this bunker. Now, before we get into those 5 theories, I need to provide you guys with a little bit of backstory. So in order for any of this video to make sense, we need to go back to the days of Internet Adam. For those of you that don't know, Internet Adam was a notorious Reddit user who basically leaked all of season 3, 4, and 5 onto the platform. Internet Adam leaked dozens of pieces of information, but he's most notorious for predicting the meteorite crash on Dusty Divot. In a time where everyone was speculating that it was going to crash onto Tilted Towers, he was 100% right in predicting where it would land. Now that's just one of the many things he was right on, but the key takeaway about Internet Adam is that he was never wrong with any of his leaks. Now with that notion in mind, it's safe to assume that this guy probably had a legit Epic Games source who was giving him all this information. But this is where it gets really interesting. One of the things that Internet Adam actually said is at the start of season 3, Epic Games had worked out the entire plot of the storyline up until the end of season 5. You see where this is going? And what was actually added into the map in season 3, but again, that bunker. So what we can actually deduce from those 2 pieces of information is if nothing happens with the bunker at the end of season 5 or the start of season 6, probably nothing is going to ever happen with it. If that doesn't make 100% sense, let me again reiterate. At the beginning of season 3, Epic had mapped all the way to the end of season 5 as far as storyline goes. Since the bunker was added in season 3, we can conclude that the bunker is part of that overreaching arc. And that gives us pretty good reasonable evidence to suggest that if nothing happens soon, we're never going to see anything happen with it. Anyway, so with all that being said, let's jump into those theories. Now, while a few of these theories are very out there, and we'll get to the deeper ones later, some of these are just very practical and easy theories that we can make. And while some of these theories go a little bit deeper, I figured we'd just start this off with what the thumbnail was, and that's the theory of the vault. This is a super basic theory, and all that backstory I just gave actually kind of supports it, but basically the theory is that the bunker is the in-game representation of Fortnite's sort of metaphysical vault. The reason why this makes sense again is that since nothing has happened over 2 whole seasons of this bunker, it kind of leads us to believe that nothing is actually going to happen. And if nothing is actually going to happen, maybe it's just Epic Games' fun play on the vault of the game. No one's ever actually seen into the bunker. We've seen around it, we can see down, but we don't actually know what's below there. And some have just started speculating that maybe it's just Epic's like fun little play on where all the vaulted weapons actually go. There's no real evidence to suggest what's actually down there, but it's just a fun little theory that kind of is backed by the fact that nothing has happened with it yet. So for a very brief time before Tomato Temple was added into the game, there was a stone tomato head which landed on top of the pizza joint. Now this was not as big as the original tomato head, but what it was just this little stone tomato head looking towards Wailing Woods. And what was really weird about that stone tomato head is it was looking exactly at the bunker. So Reddit user Omega Tiger 100 pointed this out, and it is an oddly peculiar fact. The stone tomato head is looking exactly at the bunker. Now this is a very obscure detail, but in my opinion, it's something that shouldn't go unnoticed. I mean, Epic is very, precise, let me say. And the fact that of any way that stone tomato head could be looking, the fact that they made it pointing at the bunker, it seems like too big of a coincidence. Now, what does that actually mean? I have no idea. Is the original tomato head down in the bunker for some weird reason? Now, I don't know, but it's a very odd coincidence, and I'd be really interested to hear what you guys have to say about that one. Now, coming in at number 3, we have a bit of another fun theory, but I really like this one. So this is another theory on the nothing is going to happen side. Some people have started speculating about the map itself and pointing out, hey, there's this whole island that's just completely deserted. There's all kinds of things getting moved around. It's clearly like a place that people could live, yet there are no actual people. But there is an impending storm coming to the island. And although there's not a ton of evidence to support this, it actually kind of makes a lot of sense. There's a deadly storm that is going to soon hit the island, and all the residents of that island decide to build a bunker under Wailing Woods. It's indestructible and impossible to enter. That's really all there is about to the theory, but I like it, and it would make sense if it was just this fun little Easter egg that Epic decided to throw in back in Season 3. Now, coming in at number 2, this is a bit of a not fun theory, but I had to throw it in, and this is just the simple fact that nothing might ever happen. The theory of it's where all the vaulted weapons go, and that it's all the townspeople down there, again, are kind of on the same side of really nothing is going to happen, and it's just this weird thing and fun thing, whatever that Epic put in. This is on that same side of theories, but just kind of pessimistic, and that it's just literally a decoration. I don't like this theory, and I don't support this theory, but a lot of people have been suggesting that, and I think a lot of people are so tired about all the theories that people have just said, screw it, I don't care anymore, it's probably nothing. But that being said, we have one final theory, and in my opinion, it is the strongest. Well, actually, it's probably not the strongest, but it is definitely the most enticing and the most exciting. And beyond that, it's the most epic-like theory. So this is the theory that Wailing Woods is going to be replaced. Now, it's become a pretty common theme that with the end of every season, we see some places taken out and new places added into the game. With the end of Season 3, we obviously saw Dusty Divot and the factories removed, and then in Season 4, we saw even huger changes to the map. And I actually see no reason to assume that Epic wouldn't even continue this trend, but in a bigger way. Now, there was a leak on September 8th suggesting one possible thing that might actually happen to this bunker. Now, I don't know if this leak is true, but I got it from Jobless Garrett's new channel, who got it from 4chan, and basically this is what it says. It basically explains the Season 5 ending cutscene and then goes on to say, the Wailing Woods bunker opens up. The person inside it decides to follow his dream, building a chicken restaurant. One of the Battle Pass skins is the restaurant's mascot. The restaurant expands into an amusement park throughout the season, replacing Wailing Woods. Now, on one side, this sounds absolutely ridiculous, but the more I think about it, it actually might make a lot of sense. Have you noticed that there's like a part of Wailing Woods that is actually losing trees? And furthermore, if there was a new restaurant to open up themed after a chicken, that would be in direct competition with the Tomato Town pizza place. Perhaps that is why the Tomato Town head is staring at the bunker. Furthermore, that is the one section of the map that throughout the entirety of Fortnite has not really been touched. We've seen the addition of Risky Reels, but between Wailing Woods and Lonely Lodge, nothing has happened. So while I'm very skeptical of this specific leak on the Chicken Man and his amusement park, I think there is a lot of pre-existing evidence to suggest that there's something going to happen to Wailing Woods. We certainly can't confirm what it is, but there's something. And at the very least, as I promised you at the start of this video, if nothing happens, then we know for sure nothing is ever going to happen. I can't do it. I can't steal MatPat's outro. But hey, that's just a theory from a guy that never makes theory videos. It is really hot in here and outside, and my hair is kind of starting to represent a madman, which is kind of funny for this video. But anyways, we're gonna end it there. Please let me know what you guys think of basically just everything I just said. Am I the madman that my hair represents, or is there some truth to this argument? Anyways, if you guys did enjoy the video and you're new to the channel, please feel free to subscribe. If you're already subscribed, leave a like, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.